Hey, what's up guys, Kesa here, and for today's video we'll be going through Ascension Expert on map 2. Usually for Ascension, you guys will come across failures because people in map 1 usually fail to keep Joan alive, or map 2 when they allow Viridya to pass through the portal. So I'll be walking you through the map 2 on Expert, and hopefully it will help you in your game. I'll also be using this deck, and it's quite a defensive deck, and it's very important for you to have a unit that have taunt like Lightblade or Grinder to prevent Viridya from moving, as I will show you later on in the game. Yes, so without further ado, let's start this video.
Your first task is to prevent Viridya's Avengers invasion.
So I'll be using a nature for my first op and summon a Windweaver, and I will summon a Stranglehold, the purple affinity as well. And you want to make sure that your Stranglehold is not too far to the left or the right, and right in the middle, because you don't want to root the Viridya's Avenger, as it's quite a strong unit for you to deal with at the start. Yeah, so you want to avoid that, and you just want the Stranglehold to root the Werebeast and the nature mauler you see later on. There will be two sets of both units that will attack your orb, or at least camp at each of the orb areas, as you can see here where the two living towers are. And this is quite a difficult map because of the constant attack, and you have to push for your orb as soon as possible, because later on Viridya will come and you need to stop her to go through the portal. So as you can see, the first wave is coming. Two Werebeasts and two of these maulers. And the Stranglehold will really help you to root the enemy and deal damage at the same time. Yes, so you want to summon an army of Windweavers and some Werebeasts as well. The Werebeast will be the one that will be taking damage from the living towers when you want to obtain your next monument. So after you clear the first wave, you are ready to attack the first monument, and make sure that you root the Werebeast and the Mauler to prevent your units from getting further damaged. Aim the living towers first before you move on to the enemy units. I'll send my Windweavers back and root the enemy units. Yeah, so once done, proceed on and clear the remaining buildings so that you can start building your wells, and you can establish your first defense over here. It's the same for each of the starting point where you want to establish your first defenses to prevent more Avengers from passing through the portal, and to get your second monument where you have stronger towers like the cannon tower. The mana wings shouldn't be a problem, as you can just summon a Windweaver, some archers to kill it off, and or you have the amount of the keeper later in the game that you use, but not early in the game, as most of the units will be melee units. Yeah, so try to build your wells first before you build your orb, as you gain power a lot quicker. Yeah, so you want to have a Stranglehold next to your well, as well as the enemy units will come straight for your wells. So you want to have some sort of defense structure before you build a second orb. It's quite a slow start, and it's a normal progression, so don't rush your attacks, as you do you more damage than good. And it's very important for you to repair your power wells, because occasionally Viridya will cast Inferno onto your monument area and you don't want your power well to be destroyed. So repairing your power well actually gives you back some power, void power, rather than building or getting your wells destroyed and you won't get back any void power at all. So I recommend always repairing your well whenever it's like below 3/4 of health.
Fighting back Avengers has allowed benevolent spirits to Viridya.
Yeah, so it's very important for you to build a few cannon towers, one above and one below, and build a breeding grounds for you to have your units cheaper.
Be ready.
So, yeah, so you want to summon a few more units and attack the next orb. It can be the top or the bottom, or depending on which position you're at.
But it will also attract enemies.
However, for this attack, I attack at the wrong timing when the Avengers are coming, so
It's under attack.
my Windweavers would die in the end.
This unlocks a weapons cache somewhere.
It's very important for you to always root your enemy units before attacking,
It's in other lands.
and destroy the living towers first. Yep, my units will die at the top,
A monument.
but I'm only left with the primal defender.
Your forces are under attack.
Since now I have a tier 2, I will summon the Windweavers plus the Burrowers, because Burrowers have the siege bonus, so it will take down the towers much quicker.
Viridya is casting a spell.
When I go for the next towers at the bottom. For now, I just need my Windweavers to clear off the primal defender and obtain the wells first.
Be ready. Viridya summons more Avengers.
Okay, how my teammates are doing. Second orb,
A power well is under attack.
second orb as well. Just got this third monument area secured.
Power well is under attack. Your forces
Yes, as you can see here, Viridya just summoned the Inferno on my well, so you want to repair both of the wells in case she summon another attack on your
monument is
wells. And so once your base is similar to this defensive structure, you can stop worrying about your base as it is properly defended.
Viridya summons more Avengers.
So once you get your top secure, you want to summon a few cannon towers, as enemy units will constantly attack your monument until you have
The more Avengers.
the bottom, the pathway secured, and then you can destroy the towers protecting your monument.
Are under attack.
Right, we have the first spirit here coming up in my area, and Lightblade is the best way to go. So you want to have a Lightblade ready to taunt, and any CC spells, and it's important to have like Frostbite spell to slow down her entry before she reach the portal here. So I have my Lightblade to taunt Viridya, and she will stay there like a tamed child. Right, see? After having taunted, she will stay here indefinitely.
More Avengers.
It's very important for you to do so, because if she reaches to the portal at the end, your entire 12 player team will lose the game.
Avengers are no match for you.
Right, I need a second go at this base.
Your forces are under attack.
I have lost this apparition. My spirit.
Alright, I've cleared Viridya.
Ally requests your
At the bottom here, as you can see, Frostbite is very important to slow her down before your teammate gets the Lightblade to taunt her or the Grinder to taunt her.
This unlocks a weapon.
Alright, I've secured my 4th monument.
Using it does not help you. It will send reinforcements to Skylords in other lands. Viridya summons more
Alright, build a cannon tower to prevent enemy units from attacking your monument area. So once done, all you have to do is to build more defenses at the pathways here, and the enemy will be stuck at the entrance and will not go further to attack your monumental base.
While using it does not help, unlocked a weapon. Send reinforcements to
So save up power and get your 4th orb,
other lands.
as I've gotten my 4th orb now.
Under attack.
So much to do.
I'm quicker than my teammates.
Going.
Yep, he's just getting his
Your forces are
3rd
under
orb.
attack.
Most of them have only secured their 3rd orb and not their 4th orb. So if you follow my keep track and follow my steps, you lose lesser units and get more orbs quicker Let's have a Worldbreaker Gun to block the pathway here, and I'll soon build another one, the entrance over here. As you can see, I have the Mark of the Keeper as well. This will prevent range units from attacking my buildings, and I'll build another one at the bottom here so the Windweavers will not attack my Worldbreaker Gun as well.
Good. Viridya loses
I am
strength.
too weak.
Just a few
Too
more.
damn weak. I must not fail.
Your
Be
forces
ready.
are under attack. Viridya summons more Avengers.
And my base is thoroughly secured, and once you reach the area when I built another Worldbreaker Gun here and the bottom here, you have kind of secured your
We are halfway
base, and you can actually help your allies for their op, but all of them kind of cleared the base.
strength.
I am too
But if they have not, you can send like your giant Wyrm down to destroy some of the monsters guarding their op area.
Has been opened.
Oh yes, because my Stranglehold is destroyed, the enemies
Be ready.
moving through this pathway will go to my first op. Now I built some towers temporarily to defend my base before I move on to defend the entire pathways.
Viridya is weakening. I think
I
we are
must
halfway
not
there.
give up.
I haven't built a defense here, so the Green Vine is going to go through the portal.
Too weak.
Just a few.
A little bit sorry for that for my teammates in the other map.
I must not
closed.
fail.
A Grimvine has broken through from Viridya's Sanctum.
Right now it's quite repetitive, and I will up the replay speed for a while until a portion where I want to explain a little bit more. That's why I've just started building my Worldbreaker Gun at the top here to block the pathway.
Give
Halfway
up.
there.
So
Good.
much to do.
Viridia loses strength.
I am too weak.
Just a few more.
Too damn weak.
Good.
I
Viridia
must
wears
not
herself
fail.
out. Ally requests
Well, as you can see, Viridya has come here, and the mistake that I've made that is to not have my Lightblade
one of the four
prepared to taunt her, because whenever she goes, she'll destroy everything. Like as you can see, the Worldbreaker Gun and Mark of the Keeper got destroyed instantly. So you want to have a Lightblade at the pathway, the bottom and the top, so that whenever Viridya comes, you are ready to taunt her at any time and prevent your buildings from getting destroyed.
Viridia is weakening. I think we are halfway there.
So after that mistake, I have summoned the Lightblade at the top
Strength.
I am too
Just a
weak.
to prevent future Viridias from getting through. As you can see over here, I have to rebuild my defenses at the bottom here after Viridya's spirit disappears after 20 seconds.
Forest has sent you reinforced. Be ready. Viridia summons more Avengers.
Alright, Viridia's spirit is gone. Time to build back my Worldbreaker Gun and Mark of the Keeper.
My spirit is weakened.
Viridia is
I am
weakening.
not finished yet.
I think we are
must
halfway
not
there.
give up. So much to do.
Good. Viridia loses strength.
I am
Yeah.
too
So once all of your teammates have a similar defense concept,
I must not
you
fail.
kind of won the game unless somebody from another map screw up the game and you lose. But usually at this stage, the late game, you just have to wait for the other maps to clear their objectives before you win. So now it's just a waiting game until we finish the finale, when the final objective appears in the middle for you to kill Viridias.
Viridia is weakening. I think we are halfway
I
there.
must not give up.
Alright, I think we can speed a little bit.
Viridia loses strength. Just
I
a
am
few
too
more.
weak. Too damn weak.
Good.
I must not
Viridia wears
fail.
herself out. But other Skylords still need to accomplish their tasks.
Let's take a look at my final base. Oh, if not destroy my Hammerfall.
Be ready.
And I could actually destroy both of these towers, but I don't need the void power at this instance.
Lost, but I will not stop.
Viridia is weakening. I think we are halfway
I
there.
must not give up. So much
Good.
to do.
Viridia loses strength.
Alright, the rest of the map has completed their objective, and it's time to
Viridia's power is broken.
finish the final objective, which is to kill off 4 of Viridia's elements,
To return her to
the Frost, Fire, Nature, and the Shadow.
This is not fair.
Alright, they have all spawned. And the trick here is that you have to summon a melee unit to attack Viridya. If not, her health will keep regenerating as shown over here. The only range attacks will regenerate her health indefinitely. So you want to summon some melee units like Burrower or Colossus to have to damage Viridya. Yeah, and you have won the game on expert. I'll try to do a tutorial on map 1 in the future, and if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate it a lot. And see you guys for the next video.